can you maybe outline a little bit, to talk a little bit about mastery, Reiki mastery, as it was understood, or maybe still is understood in the Usui Reiki Ryōhō Gakkai? Like, what does it mean to be a Shihan there? And can you walk up to the president and say, "Hey, can I make my Shinpiden course tomorrow," or something like that? How is that? How do they deal with the topic of Shinpiden?
Right. Well, first of all, I'm not Shinpiden myself, so I don't know all of the ins and outs, and I probably wouldn't be supposed to talk about the details even if I did. But kind of thing. I don't think it's something that you go in asking for. I think it's something that they ask you to become. As far as I know, um, the people who reach the Shinpiden level learn to give Reiju, right? That's the major thing. And it seems like the people who are Shinpiden are people who've been in the organization, I would say, for decades. You have a long standing relationship, who've received Reiju themselves. I mean, probably over 100 times, right? I mean, because you're going to meetings regularly, at least maybe monthly. And so if let's say you're receiving 10 Reiju a year for 20 years, you've probably received 200 Reiju, by the time you're becoming Shinpiden yourself. And it's part of the reason why the membership of the group, has basically, I think, plateaued for several decades. And is that they have done this. I think in Usui's time, of course, there was much more rapid acceleration. By the time of his death, there were at least 20 Shihan under him, and he'd only been teaching for 4 years. So it seems that over time, the length of time before you become Shihan has grown a lot. The Shihan, in Usui's time, once you become a Shihan, you could basically open your own branch of the organization, right? And so we know, by the late 1930s, I forget the exact number, but I think there's something like 30 or 40 branches of the organization around Japan and also in the overseas colonies. And there's Shihan, there's Daishihan. So the Daishihan are basically the executive board of the organization. And I think they're the ones who decide who to promote to the next level. But at the same time, right, aside from Reiju, I don't think there's really a lot of other kind of, like, as opposed to like what we think of as maybe a Reiki Master training outside of the Gakkai. I think there's often a lot of other teachings that are involved in it. Whereas I think in the Gakkai, you acquire that knowledge just from many years of experience of being in the organization. I don't think there's a particular, like, okay, you're Shinpiden. Even though it's called mystery transmission, Shinpi means mystery. I think the mystery is really how to do Reiju.